first guest is Michael Herrera, who witnessed a human trafficking operation in Indonesia where UFOs were involved.
What to do is document history from our military heroes because nobody else is doing it. Synopsis here. You responded to a 7.6 magnitude earthquake and a tsunami hit in western Indonesia. Only your crew was routed to that location to provide support. Indonesia has a large terrorist population. The Marine crew was armed and tasked to provide security along with medical equipment and food supplies.
Because now everybody's going to be on the same level technology-wise. My event had nothing to do with ETs. You may have came from ETs at one point, and that's what we witnessed. But we witnessed much more of a sinister plot with this, that they're using it. And these guys were just uniform black, ball caps, and it's just, it's very obvious that these guys didn't want to be identified, but they had American dialects, they had American lingo, similar to what Marines would use, or at least military. They're using it. Guys have this kind of technology and these resources, they can do anything.
Yeah.
They're above the law, clearly.
On the hill?
Yes.
So you saw the top of it, and then you could see underneath of it.
And underneath of it had this platform that was on the ground that was separate from this craft hovering. All of a sudden we were engaged, at least not in a hostile manner, at least, not gunfire or firefight or anything like that. A tactical advantage, they have interlocking fields of fire on every single person, and they had a team of 8, right? And the gear that they had was black OTV vests, they had black camouflage utilities.
What you're saying is there would have been no they were professionals.
Yes,
there would have been no Mexican standoff where if they fired, they're shooting into their other squad. They had perfect angles.
Yes, they did.
To where both sides could engage you.
Yes. Team of 4, team of 4. So it was like a fire team element.
Without worrying about a blue-on-blue situation.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's where you kind of picked up the hum that this object was doing, along with these guys flipping their safeties off, especially M4s. It's very distinct sound. We kind of knew, and they started yelling at us. They were using the kind of lingo that we were using too, especially in the military. At one point, they said they were going to smoke us. They could throw us out of a helicopter. It's very easy to get lost in the jungle out here. They kept saying stuff like that. They're having 2 guys watch while there's a guy basically taking our magazines out of our vest. And they're throwing them on the deck and they're kicking them away so we don't have time to react. They also, at the same time, the first thing they did was obviously take our weapon and clear it. But they took the magazine out and they actually held it in a way to where they could pull a charging handle and collect the round and have it not hit the deck. So the way that these guys operated was very smooth. Taking pictures of our military IDs, so they had like these devices that kind of looked like a very thin, it looked like a smartphone modern day right now, because in 2009 it wasn't the case. Very smooth. And they were taking pictures of military IDs, and they had some other device that was like remind me of a BAT system. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Describe it.
It's like a biometrics tracking system. So what it does is when you come across with an insurgent, you can take pictures of their face, their retinas, fingerprints, something like that. But they were trying to scan our IDs with this. I mean, of course, they had this thing that they were using to load up stuff. It's very advanced physics, something hovering off the ground, not making any sound, but an audible hum, like a guitar amp or something that's like a transformer.
So it didn't sound like a jet.
No.
It didn't sound like a helicopter.
Hell no.
There was no engine noise.
Nope.
Just a hum.
Just an audible hum. They're searching us. We're watching this thing happen. And that's when we started seeing trucks come from our left and go onto this platform. And they were up-armored 350s. I know exactly what 350s are. They were kind of beefier trucks. They were matte black. When they were coming at us, and they go left. And I was glancing between what was going on in front of us with these guys and then all of a sudden glancing over to what was going on behind them. And that's when I started seeing the key details of this thing. Like it had like a scale pattern on it, kind of like an octagonal, because the craft itself was like an octagonal shape where you could see points. Had a pyramid structure on top that was black, and you can see the shadowing of it as it rotated. But it was rotating very slow. And then it had like these vents on every single corner on the middle part of these the panels anyway. There was like a Vanta black. It was like a dark black that would like absorb light.
A dark black that would absorb light.
So if you're ever familiar with the BMW, they painted Vanta black. It was like a very super dark black. It's not like a reflective material at all.
The matte black?
Yeah, but very, 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 even darker than matte black.
Okay.
Like you can shine a light at it and it won't even illuminate.
Let's talk about the craft. How big was it?
300 feet is what I'm estimating, about a football field. But you couldn't even see the blurs of lights even. It was just this black blur that just left. I mean, it was creepy. It was. Of course, we're like dumbfounded because you've never seen anything like this. And this is like some Hollywood shit, The ships from Independence, they look like a joke, Two of them in each truck bed. And then they had a shipping container thing. I mean, it looked like a shipping container, but smaller and half the size. And the thing that was different about this is I had a cylinder on the front of it that was towards the truck. It was like parallel to the ground, just a cylinder right on the top of this thing. And for years I thought, okay, there's got to be oxygen supply or like a vacuum sealing thing that you would, because obviously I'm thinking it's drugs. I was like, okay, so this is a very advanced way to do that, just years of thinking of this. And he went explaining what the operations do, why they do it, and what they were using them for. And he says, there's not drugs that they're putting in these shipping containers. He says it's humans.
Human trafficking.
Yes.
Human trafficking.
Yes. They use natural disasters or people are going to be missing anyway. Human trafficking is the biggest revenue generator for these guys.
What are you hoping to accomplish by coming out?
I want other people who have witnessed similar things or are part of certain things that are very controversial but end up being true to come out and understand that what's going on is not acceptable. And what's going on is not acceptable. And this is just a facet of corruption. It may not be.
As we approach the end of the year, the United Nations is looking back on the number of missing persons around the world, the women, men, girls, and boys who were trafficked for exploitation.
I wonder if they know I'm missing. I wonder if they know I'm gone. I need help, I need help, I need help. Hey, human trafficking is real, so please be careful, y'all. Hey, people popping up missing like you ain't scared at all. Snatched from her mother's arms into another's arms. What type of sick human would wanna bring a child home? Little girl asking the man like, where you taking me, mister? I just wanna go back home with all my brothers and sisters. Then the man says, you just do what I tell you and I won't hurt you. But if you don't do what I tell you, I promise I'm gonna hurt you. Why you saying that to me? Hey, please stop saying that to me. The mother crying, please God help me bring my baby back to me. She's so young and so innocent, why they come for the innocent? I'm so angry at this world for all its evil and ignorance. For some it's not important till it happens to them, and when it does they start to wish it never happened to them. Hey, I don't wish this pain on no one, God or anyone else. I keep praying for these family, Lord, we crying for help, we need help. I wonder if they know I'm missing. I wonder if they know I'm gone. Tell me what I do to deserve this. Hey, tell me what I do so wrong. Lord, I know you see me crying. Please don't leave me by myself. I need help.
Okay.